In this video, I am going to talk to you about Jerome Bruner and his theory. Jerome Bruner is considered one of the founding fathers of constructivist learning theories. Bruner's theory is based on the idea that learners construct new ideas or concepts based upon existing knowledge. He states that learning is an active process. There are 4 facets to the process. Number 1, selection and transformation of information. Number 2, decision making. Number 3, generating hypotheses. And number 4, making meaning from information and experiences. Bruner's theory emphasizes the significance of categorization in learning and interpreting experiences by similarities and differences is a key concept. Bruner introduces the idea of readiness for learning. He also introduced the idea of spiral curriculum. Spiral curriculum refers to the idea of building on prior knowledge and elaborating to the level of understanding and mastery. First, new content is presented. Second, there must be a revision process in which kids go over and over the new information until finally mastering the new knowledge. He believed that any subject could be taught at any stage of development in a way that fits the child's cognitive abilities. At first, Bruner was influenced by Piaget's ideas about cognitive development in children. His early work focused on the impact of needs, motivations, and expectations and their influence on perception. He presented the point of view that children are active problem solvers and capable of exploring difficult subjects. He believed that intuitive and analytical thinking should both be encouraged and rewarded. Eventually, Bruner was influenced by Vygotsky's writings and began to adopt a social and political view of learning. Bruner argued that aspects of cognitive performance are facilitated by language. He stressed the importance of social setting in the acquisition of language. There are 4 features of Bruner's theory of instruction. Number 1, predisposition to learn. Number 2, structure of knowledge. Number 3, modes of representation. And number 4, effective sequencing. Now, I am going to talk to you about constructivism. Constructivism, learning theory by Jerome Bruner. It is a theory of communication and suggests that each listener or reader will potentially use the content and process of communication in different ways. A strong constructivist perspective is that learning is an active process, unique to the individual and consists on the construction of conceptual relationships and meaning from information, and experiences already in the learner's repertoire. Constructivism also states that each learner constructs knowledge individually and socially. Now, I am going to tell you about Bruner's modes of representation. Modes of representation are the way in which information or knowledge are stored. Bruner's modes of representation are the way in which information or knowledge are stored and encoded in memory. There are 3 modes. Number 1, inactive. This is muscle memory. The child represents past events through motor responses. Number 2 is iconic mode. During this mode, information is stored visually in form of images such as diagrams or illustrations. And the third mode is symbolic. During this last mode, information is stored in form of a code or symbol, like language. So knowledge is primarily stored as words, mathematical symbols, etc. There are some characteristics attributed to a constructivist teacher. For example, teacher serves as one of many resources for students, not necessarily the primary source of information. The teacher encourages questions and discussion among students by asking open-ended questions. And the teacher does not separate knowing from the process of finding out. So that is all for now. Thank you very much.